Hi, Alexis. I'm tired too. I'm having a high pain day. I'm a blanket burrito. I'm probably gonna be alive for roughly an hour. I just thought I did. I literally said today's canceled, and then I rescheduled my day to involve this. Hi, everyone. I am happy to be here despite my general appearance. Um, I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep last night, and then I napped, and I'm like I feel better. Oh, also, okay, listen. So okay, so when my boyfriend ordered those gloves that he came on like on the first live, I think he wore them a couple times. He ordered these first, and they were one size too big. So he brought them with him, and I forgot to wear them while he was here because they were just chilling in a suitcase until like a day or two before he left. And so we have matching fingerless leather gloves, and I put them on before the live because it made me smile. So we are doing fingerless glove tummy time today. That's the vibe. That's what we're here for. It's like you're in a Muppet biker gang. Holy shit! That's hilarious. Your fingertips supposed to be freezing? Yeah, I'm shivering my timbers over here up in the Florida heat. Sorry, I'm literally texting four people. My apologies. Um, Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, because I was like, I'm not sure. And earlier today, I was like, you know what? Fuck today. I'm canceling today. And then I did for a little bit. And then I ate dinner and or lunch or I don't know, my second meal of the day. Um, it's an inside joke with my fucking community bro. Shut up. um, it's not good. Well, your name still shows as Havy Wavy. Havy Wavy. So if you renamed it, I don't see it. I'm just not in the mood for people making problems that don't exist. Hello. Right. Lurk more and more like lurks a lot. That's fine. Tummy time vibes. Because yeah, I'm chilling. To me, that means that we're doing a live in my bedroom. That's why I did it. I said last time I did this live. Next time I was gonna do it, I was gonna put tummy time in the title, and that's exactly what I did. So that's what we're here to do. Oh shit, I need to get to that tonight. Okay, when this live's over, I gotta do that. Oh shit. Okay, I gotta do that tonight. Hi, lurking. My room is clean. I need to organize stuff. I haven't. No, not today. No. This is my first form of productivity, which I use very loosely. By that I mean I'm here live right now. You people crack me up. Yeah, no. Honestly, like right now, there's just like some miscellaneous things on this table I need to sort through. What I honestly need is like a desk with some drawers for storage because I don't have a ton of. I don't own a ton of shit. Like contrary to popular belief, I really like minimize and like sort through and like donate and stuff. Hey, Dank, I am very cozy. I'm a blanket burrito. See, this is the vibes for today. This is like I. Why is that troll not blocked yet? It's fucking annoying me. A special hello to you, horse. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm just here to hang out with people who want to chat. Really low key vibes. Not he's in timeout like a toddler. To oh, good. Okay. Yeah, this live's honestly probably gonna only be about an hour or so because I surprised my boyfriend with like a grocery order of just a few things. And I wanna hop off whenever it arrives and talk to him. We talked a lot today and he's currently building his Magic the Gathering deck because I think he's gonna start like actually playing. Um and so I realized like he just got home yesterday, so he doesn't have much. So I just got him a few essentials so he has a few extra days before he needs to do like his big grocery shop because he wasn't there for like a month, you know. Um no, it's not a weighted blanket, Brie. It's just a very fluffy comforter. I unboxed it a long, long time ago. Couldn't tell you what video. Um, I it's from this company called like Madison Park. They sent it to me. That and all my pillows, like my matching pillowcases. I like a dark like chocolate brown vibe. I feel very cozy. Yeah, the man does so fucking much for me. I was sitting there thinking about what I could do for him since it's like this is our first full day apart since he's been here, and we hung out a little bit this morning. Or well, like I napped for a portion of it, so we were on call for a good bit today, not too long, and then we hopped off to kind of do our own things for a bit. With those gloves, you're a badass burrito. Thank you, Thiago. Yeah, they like contacted me and they sent it to me as like a PR. I think it was a little while ago, but I love it. I mean, it's really good quality. I'm also in a blanket fort hiding from my pain flare, stupid pain. Yeah, I'm in a lot of fucking pain. So I just decided to at least do a little something and say hi. I kind of want like low-key vibes. Yes, I I know. So I have 2 fans on me right now, Carmela. This is sometimes it depends. I was feeling a little cold because like after an extended period of time of having all the fans on me, sometimes I can run a little cold, which is my preference. Like I want to be cold under a blanket. Like I want if it were up to me, like our house would be at like 66 and I would be like huddled under a blanket. But yeah. Yeah, I need to make some more butterfly pea flower tea, like on the real cam. I haven't had it in a long time. I have all the ingredients. I should really do that, actually. Oh, I should have gotten some oranges. Yes, 68 degrees, but a fat warm blanket, exactly. I just kind of need like the comfort of a blanket burrito. Yeah, you put your house at 75 year round. We keep it at 73, and I hate it here. I keep my house at 62 because I live under a heated blanket, but I'm always hot, real. Hi, toe beans. Our power is like so fucking expensive here, bro. Or utility, whatever the fuck you call it. Electric bill, yeah. Pringles, welcome to the Quirky Crew. Hey, thank you so much for joining. Welcome in, welcome in. My dad lives in Florida and says the electric bill is like 600 per month minimum during the summer. Yeah, thankfully ours is not that high, but it's over half that amount for sure. Very expensive. Yeah, Toby. I explained at the top of live. I'll explain it again for people who came in later. So these are matching to my boyfriend's because he bought these first and they were one size too big for his hands. Because we actually have like the same size hands, they're just a little scrawnier. But like you know, this wise they're like pretty much very similar hand size. But these are just slightly big on him, and they fit me like a glove. But he instead of returning them, he was like, I'm just gonna order these and then I'll bring these with me and see if they fit. Because once he asked me if I was interested, I was like, yeah, I'll at least try. And so I'm probably not gonna wear them like all the time, right? But like it might be something to do fun occasionally, especially like if we're like dressing up for something just to be fun, you know? It's just fun and cutesy, you know? Like I don't know. Like I don't think, you know, I don't think fingerless gloves are something that like I would have gone out of my way to like wear and buy and stuff. But I think it's cute because my boyfriend wears them, and yeah, it makes me happy. Yeah, I want to. So I want to do like a full dress up, like we call it like rocker Rosie. um, Actually, you're allowed to get blocked because you're being a contrarian asshat. So later, can you just go away through? I'm not dealing with assholes. I'm in the middle of nowhere outside Death Valley in a town no one has heard of called Ridgecrest. We are famous for inventing the glow stick, and for having a huge earthquake like 7 years ago. Oh wow! I don't even know where Death Valley is. What state is that? Well, don't answer that. We don't need to know. Hi, thank you. What are you doing? Oh, so I started right, Horace. Love that fun fact about the glow stick lurking. Yeah, that's really cool. That would be so tea. Also, are you a wig girly at all? I totally would try out wigs. I just haven't. What about Rosie Rebellion? My favorite name vibes. Yeah, mine was Rosie Ridicule. Rosie Rebellion's a good second place name for that. There's an okay, so out west, gotcha. Hey Sammy, that's not your name. Samaya. Hi Samaya. Sorry. Hi Cynthia. I love wigs, they make me sweaty. My one thing is no willies today. I want to make it last. And Debbie, I'm not sure. Are other people getting glitches? Yeah, I'm concerned about the sensory experience of wearing wigs. Hey Katie. No, I'm just exhausted and in pain, and I'm trying to not actually drink the willies today because I want to make it last. Because I'm probably not going to be able to like get more THC product for about a month, and I have maybe in total 6 doses worth on hand. So I got to make it last. I got to really save it. If I really struggle in the next couple days, I might use it because I'm in pretty high pain right now. But it is what it is, man. I don't want to be like down in the dumps about it. It just is. So, and I don't. I like to be transparent about what's actually like going on, you know. Oh, I'm not trying to like you know, ask for money for that kind of stuff, Chris, like, or Crystal. I'm not, you guys don't have to worry about that. I'm very privileged and I'm good. I've got food and shelter. I can make do. Rosie, I'm surprised you feel comfortable laying on your stomach. I can't even get on my back for 5 minutes. Plus, my back is in immediate spasm. Yeah, I've been laying like this since I was a child. In my bed, I have what I call a pillow mountain. I have about 8 to 10 pillows. And with my body shape and all of that, it's really comfortable for me. Sometimes if I do it for too long, it can hurt my shoulders a little bit. But I have a certain position I like to lay in on my side that helps alleviate that. So I kind of just like, I try not to stay in one spot for too long unless like I get distracted or whatever. Like I try to kind of switch it up. Hold on. The way you say pillow is great. Where does the accent come from? How do I say pillow? 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 Hollow? Espanolo? I don't know. What did I do? Is it pillow? Is it how I say pillow? That's how I say it, right? Pillow? Now I'm overthinking it. It nothing makes sense. When I have the bubble guts, I love something. That's crazy. Not the real nuggy budgie. Oh Lord. Oh wait, the nuggy budgie. Wait, that's tea, Toby. Thank you, Crystal. I mean, like I have links and stuff in my link tree, but like I'm not asking for that. Like I don't want that wasn't. I was just kind of just talking about my reality. I don't want drama of that, please. Yeah, it's just pain is hard to deal with. Exactly. Yeah, it's a joke. Like it started when someone said it in a comment in a live stream, and I think it's hilarious. It's just not that fucking serious. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people complain about that, like how it hurts their back. I just can't do it for too long. But I don't know. It might change when I lose the weight. I don't know. I can only lay or sleep on a recliner in bed on my left side. It's so tiny. It must be. I'm so sorry, Carmela. Pillow. Oh, like I do kind of say it like Pell Grant. I do, don't I? Oh, the more you know. From here, it looks like you're sat up. Yeah, because I'm on a mountain of pillows. It's not all 10 of them, but like I have multiple pillows underneath me right now. So it's kind of like Princess and the Pea, but with pillows. But not because there's no pee. I don't know. I'm tired. I loved that book as a kid, Princess and the Pea. Hi, Tiny. These are actually mine because he bought these first and they were a little too big, but they fit me perfectly. We're just cozy flowers, yeah. And I opened the drawer not long before I went live and I saw them and I laughed and I was like, this would be a good opportunity to wear these. I'm not asking for money. I mean, like, I guess your brain's broken or your hearing's broken. It's 8:10 here. Speaking of. Honestly, I don't feel my hands getting sweaty. They don't feel abnormally warm. I don't know. It's pretty breathable. I don't like how, and this could just be a me thing. I wish like the pinky was shorter because it feels like it rides up compared to the other fingers. Am I buffering a lot? My laptop's been really shitty. So I don't know. Is everybody having problems or just one or two people? Okay, stop buffering for Dynasty. You're not. Okay. If you guys are having problems, try to leave and come back. Like leave completely, close out and come back. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I'm sorry. I have a few pair of gloves. They're from Dollarama. The ones for fall. They have an extra layer underneath that you can take it out and wear only the cute cutout ones. I adore them. They're striped. Oh, that's cute, Quinn. I like that. It's been storming like a little bit every day. Okay. Cool. You refreshed and everything's fine now. Not Yolanda Hadid's bowl of almonds. Sorry, I just clocked that. What a username. It's not for me. I think you just got quiet for a second and it did look paused, but your eyes were moving. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. When I was so still, people thought I was buffering. So something really interesting happened yesterday, and I thought I'd share it. I also just got permission that I can talk about it, or not permission, but I just checked to make sure it was cool. I had a really, really interesting long conversation with someone privately. Her name is Sumi Sucks on Instagram, and she's someone that, like after the doc, went to Stefan's house, which I have a lot of opinions about, and I told her all of those opinions. And I had a conversation with her, like a lot about feederism and different stuff last night because she's like an active model and she is affiliated with Stefan, which I told her exactly how I feel about that. But in that conversation, something I haven't talked about publicly is I want to say probably a few weeks ago, someone texted me and informed me that Stefan took my quote from the trailer, made merch into it, and has been selling it for weeks now. And so I told her privately how I felt about that because I kept that to myself because I don't want drama. I don't want to engage with the Paradise people at all. Like him and the people that have been like, that were like attacking me and stuff in his community. But I told her exactly how I felt, and I told her some of the things that were cut out about why I think that's so heinous and fucked up and evil to take a quote about me talking about my own trauma and monetize it when I didn't even do that. I think that is diafucking-bolical, actually, and disgusting. And I told her all of that plus a lot more. And within an hour, she got him to basically pull the merch from his store. And like he didn't use my face, he used like a random figurine of a plus size woman. And I guess he's planning to address that at some point. I don't care. I'm not watching. I'm not affiliated. I think my opinion of him doesn't fucking change. But I didn't want to address it while it was still available for purchase. But I'm just really glad that I don't know Sumi super well. I'm just glad I was able to have a productive conversation and that she was able to, that she cared enough to do that and help me in that manner. And I felt like we had a very open, honest conversation about like stuff she's currently involved in and things that I used to be involved in and stuff. And so I just wanted to take a moment to address that, appreciate that, because she didn't have to do that. She reached out to me to ask me about something else, but it came up in conversation and she was shocked and she had no context when she, you know, when that merch was created and all of that. And I have opinions about Stefan's ignorance, but I don't want to get into beef in an argument. And I'm done with like all that shit. Like I'm done. I'm over it. And I have a lot of feelings about how everything has happened and gone down. And I haven't been talking about like really any of that stuff publicly since like the immediate fallout of the docuseries coming out and stuff. And I plan to keep it that way, but I just wanted to like touch on that since I'm live and yeah. So I agree with a lot of the, I think I have nothing nice to say about Stefan. And I'm just really grateful that this person who has opinions and beliefs and does things that I don't agree with, and I've told her so directly, was able to just kind of see me for who I am and have an honest, productive conversation. And I feel like she and I, yeah, no, it didn't have me on it. It was my quote. Like they don't tell you the price that you pay. He made a T-shirt with that. Also, they made it a sound on their soundboard for some internet venture that I'm not mentioning because fuck that. I'm not even clicking on it. I'm not even searching it. I don't want it to touch my algorithm. But they had a soundboard and they used my voice for that. And I found that out last night. And that was, she told me that up front after I told her what I said, and she got that removed as well. So, yeah. Well, interestingly enough, she was one of the people that bought it and she was mortified. So, yeah. I met men like him and they're so creepy. I'm not gonna sit here and get into a huge like shit talking bash about Stefan. That's not the point of this. But yeah. Yeah, it was like, he really did do that. He does still make fun of me and talk about me. He recently tried to use something I say to like demonize someone else when I was talking about shit that I probably just shouldn't have said anything about, but it had nothing to do with him. And he's creating more. I made such a massive mistake by speaking to him when I did. It was such a big mistake, and I had no idea how big the ramifications would be. And I know I've already apologized, and I know I've already said I regret it, but yeah, he heard me talking about my trauma. Because by the way, when I talked to him, I told him that. So he can feign ignorance all he wants, and he can continue to gaslight and do whatever. But he knows. He knew. He knew what he was doing. And I just appreciate her for respecting my trauma a lot, because I stayed quiet about it because I didn't want to bring attention to it. It was so fucked up. Because even I was like, I think that's like kind of in poor taste. You know, like it was my own words, my own trauma. Like I could have turned that into merch and I didn't. It was a meme. I could have made a good amount of money off of doing that if I jumped on it and did all that, and I didn't, because that wasn't the fucking point. And it wasn't about that. Like these are real victims. Like, you know, anyway, I need to move on from the topic, but thank you, Pringles. Well, the other 4 are still in the refrigerator. I had a salad for dinner. I've been craving a salad so bad. Yeah, the Taylor Farm stuff is so annoying. No, that's why, like, Fresh Express is safe, and I actually called ahead and I asked where they sourced their salad from, and I double checked it, and it was safe. So.
I didn't consent to that, Amber. I didn't consent to that, Amber.
Gotcha, Dick. No, I mean it was like I was going all out for those like retro style. Oh yeah, my glasses. I'm just not gonna put the chain around my head because I'm in bed and it gets behind my neck in a way that I don't like. That's why I was saying like it'd be cool if I could get like something like this as like a dangle without the chain option. Because sometimes I want the chain, like when I'm out and about doing stuff, but like if I'm chilling in bed, I still want the look. Because I always put this behind my bed or behind my head unless I'm in bed like this. But I know. Well, that's the thing, Toby. You just have to do your research and like trust it. Oh shit! Oh, I might be ending the live here. Hold up. That was faster than I thought it would be. Yeah, I said it's gonna be a short live. I just wanted to come on and chat. I said it earlier. I ordered him some essentials so he could take a few extra days before needing to go do the big grocery shop, and they just arrived. So I want to video chat with him because I miss my boyfriend. You guys got me for 4.5 hours yesterday. I almost didn't go live at all because this is all I could do. Well, we'll see. He hasn't opened the text yet. If he wants to delay the call and he tells you that, then y'all get me longer. So we'll see what he says. If he says he's ready, then I'm going. Peace and love. I miss my mans. What can I say? Hi, Anya. It's gonna be a while. Honestly, I think he wants like a break from the content shit, and I don't blame him because he kind of marathoned on that front. Anyone mad needs a hobby. I'm so sorry. That's so real. Ooh, God, you guys are in. He's picking up for y'all. He just said let's delay it a little because he's really hyper focused on Magic the Gathering. Like he's like funnel visioned right now. Which real, I get that. I get like that about shit. I brought. Okay, cool. What time? So I can tell chat. LOL. Y'all, that you guys can thank Lee. Thank you, Lee. Just kidding. Just kidding. I've been eating these limited edition chicken royale flavored Pringles. There's like chicken royal. I think chicken royale is the name of the Burger King sandwich. Hold on. Okay, cool. So about 35 minutes. Perfect. Perfect. I'm down because that was a little earlier than I expected. Hold on, hold on. I'll take a picture of chat. Hold on. It's not worth third wheeling. Hold on. I've never played Magic, no. Ah. He said, "Aw," and enjoy the live, baby. Oh, okay. Okay. See ya in 30, so I can stop ignoring you guys to text my boyfriend. Okay. All right. Cool beans. Oh, it is a Burger King flavor? Pringles is like a collab? Oh, God. I didn't need to know that information. Dank. I didn't need to know that. Open up Walmart. Are they actually good? Chicken. Royale Pringles. Oh, well, fuck me. I don't get them. Well, rip. No chicken Pringles for me. Damn. I'm on my laptop right now. I believe the Whopper ones would be gross. They're so good and they're vegetarian. So I, I like Burger King. The Pringles are fried. Yeah, their chicken sandwich as is sucks ass. I take off the. I hate like tomato and lettuce from fast food places. It's always trash. So I take that and the Royale sauce off, and I add bacon, ketchup, mustard, mayo. Fire. And it's really good. That's just how I like it. It's gonna be around 9 p.m. my time, in about a half an hour. We're just gonna chit chat till then. Oh yeah, Lee loves the voodoo chips. He loves those. I think they're good. I think they're fine. Caramel Pringles? Oh wow. Ooh. You know what that just reminded me of that I haven't had in ages? Turtle Mix Chex Mix. That shit is so good. I always get the ass of the tomato. That's the worst. Amanda, hello, love. I'm getting hot. Oh, my the burrito has to let up a little. Okay. Hi, Amanda. I feel very not bonita today because I'm in full bumming mode, but I appreciate you for saying that. Well, hold on. Have you ever had like the chocolate covered um like Lay's before? Like sweet salty is my jam. I love a sweet salty moment. Do they not have Total Mix Check Mix anymore? Don't tell me this is how find out it doesn't exist anymore. No, absolutely not. I forbid it. Turtle Mix Chex Mix. Yeah, don't. Oh, it's shipping only. Well, it exists, but a family size bag is $8. That's fucking crazy. Oh yeah, the store doesn't carry them. What the fuck? Whoa. They might be gone. Girl, you are bonita. Thank you. Burrito has to cool off after taken out of the oven. Yeah, I love puppy chow. Hello, emoji. I haven't had it in a long time, but I was raised Mormon. Puppy chow was a very popular thing that was made. Yeah, I love a salty sweet. I think you guys can tell by how I cook. Like, I love a salty sweet, a savory sweet combo. Mm. Oh, well, yeah, gotcha. I'm so tired because I'm marathon training right now. Congrats. That's hard work and dedication. And I have to run 10 miles every day, and I can't eat any chocolate or sugar, and it's getting to me real bad. Really? I thought that when you would know way better than I would. I thought when people were doing that kind of training, well, I just I've seen a lot of people when they do a lot of that kind of endurance training, they eat a lot of like carbs and some sugary stuff. Is there a specific reason you're doing zero sugar? I am actually like asking out of curiosity to kind of understand and maybe obtain some new knowledge. I'm doing okay. My voice is deeper. You think it is? Um, hmm. I mean, honestly, I'm not like sick. I'm just like in a lot of pain and trying to not think about it too much. Which is why I'm in bed. Um, when I do zero sugar, it helps me have less stomach problems. Okay, but I do eat a lot of carbs. Okay, because yeah, okay, fair enough. Not asking when, but have either of your parents planned another visit? I don't have any information to share. about that. Even if I like I not even if I don't know. It's just a big question mark. Wait, Havy timed you out, Bree? I missed that. I don't see any timeout messages in chat. Weird. Yeah. Unless it happened forever ago, I don't even see it. Oh, right, that was a different live. Got it. This blanket is very comfy. Emoji. He has cooked for me, yeah. I technically shouldn't eat sugar because it's not great for my inflammation, but I don't know how women do it once a month. I need sugar. Someone dies. Yeah. Crumble cookie is pretty overrated, yeah. In my opinion. Court, thank you so much for sending the jewels. Appreciate ya. Oh, let me check something. Yeah, I'm out. You know what? Here we go. Let me try something. Okay, you're just gonna spin? Okay, but now I can't see my chat. Bitch. Oh no. You motherfucker. Here we go. How about pop out chat? No, okay. All right. No, everything's broken. There we go. Okay. I can look at the pop out chat now, but goddamn. Okay. God forbid I try to buy a fucking membership for someone. Jesus. God forbid. Let me hit restore chat one more time. Yeah, it's just fucking spinning. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try refreshing my page. If everything breaks, I'm so sorry. 1 second. God forbid I try to buy someone a membership. Holy shit. Broke my computer. I could only afford to do one. I was gonna try to buy someone a membership and just for funsies. And it literally broke my fucking chat. So I'm not doing that again. Yeah. Also, can I say something? I saw a TikTok. So I looked up the fucking menu this week for Crumble, and what do you mean? There's a flaming hot Cheeto, a fucking wild cherry slushy, and a gummy clusters cookie. The fuck? Oh, ew. Rosie, you are serving emo diva with the gloves. Hey, thank you, Laganja. This sounds like an April Fool's, right? They should have done that in April. The first week of April, honestly, that kind of would have ate a little, like, unironically. I kind of like cakey cookies, TBH. I like some of the cookies. I'm pretty picky. I haven't eaten a ton of crumble, but I've tried different ones. Um, hey Bookworm, I'm glad you're able to hang out here a little bit. I think a lot of it's just like gimmicky marketing shit. That's kind of the whole structure of crumble, right? I do like to. I need to journal a little bit more, actually. I actually read a little bit today. Like I hate hot Cheetos regardless, but on a cookie, every video I've seen of it, everyone hates it. I see. I'm a chewy girl. I'm a chewy cookie girl, not a crunchy cookie girl. Yeah, I'll show you which one I started, Barry. It was one of the ones you recommended. I had heard about it in the past, but I never read it. The other one I'm not gonna say. I'll save that one for the vlog. And then there's another one I have, like, so a total of 3. But the other one, Lee took that copy home with him, and I'm picking up the other copy in about a week. This one I got for $4, with the half off credit, and it was like a really good price for this like really nice hardcover copy. It's called The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I only read the first chapter and then I got a little bit of a headache because I was kind of sleep deprived. But I was like didn't want to put it down. I had to because my head was hurting. I'm hoping that when I'm like a little more rested, I'll be able to read for longer. But I really I'm reading this book without Lee, so that's why I started this one. It's about this girl named Addie, and nothing I'm about to say is a spoiler. It's mentioned in the sleeve. It's set in France in the 1700s, and she's basically she like sold her soul or traded her soul in some way for immortality at the cost of everyone forgetting her basically as soon as she walks away. So I'm very interested in this book. See, it was nine. Oh, so it was probably like $4.50. It was $9. And then with the bookstore credit at the small business bookstore I went to, I got 50% off for this book. I read War and Peace in college. I don't think I've ever read that one.
Welcome in, welcome in.
I read it. Yeah, I don't think that's one I want to read, to be honest with you. Cam, I wanted to edit today and I just don't have the brain power, so I'm gonna do my best to set myself up to actually sleep tonight. We almost got a Black Dagger we almost got a Black Dagger Brotherhood book when we were at the bookstore. But yeah, I'm excited. When I saw it in the distance and I recognized the title, and I was like, oh yeah. Also, $4. Like I was like, I can't beat that. This was the cheapest book I got. So, yeah, I haven't been to the movies in a long time. And also, just from reading the first chapter, I'm already like interested in looking up other books by this author because I like her vivid imagery and the way that she writes, and she's clearly a very talented writer. Within the way she speaks and like the vernacular she uses. Who's Hot Court? I have that book too, but I haven't read it yet. Oh, if you start reading it, Bookworm, maybe we can talk about it. Bookworm, apt name. I love books, but it takes me forever and it's extremely tiring because much like yeah. I used to just chew through books when I was younger. Reading has not been the same. I'm an ex-Mormon, Kayla. and I'm currently consider myself a spiritualist. Oh, the Black Dagger series, gotcha. Um, yeah, I'm very interested. Like I thought, like I was really impressed so far. I'm very early in it, so in fact, I might try to read another chapter tonight because the headache has subsided a bit. Like honestly, it's a little bit in here, but I'm also just tired and pain, and I'm also just like my entire body is aching, so I also have a headache. So try to read Stephen King's It for a few months and only 2 chapters in. Yeah, I. Thank you, Bree. I appreciate that. I haven't seen the Odyssey. I'm motivating you to read more, Crystal. Good. I hope you do. I'm trying to motivate myself to read more. And one of the things I want to do is I'll explain it in the vlog. But some of the books, one of the books I got, I want to read it, but I want to read it out loud, like while on call, with Lee, so we can talk about it, and it'll make sense when I show you the book. Um, my goal is to edit tomorrow. Fuck, tomorrow's Friday. My goal is to get some shit out next week. I also have. Oh my god, I have so much to do. I just realized how much I actually have to do. Okay. I'll see y'all. I will have updates about content next week. So I need to import some footage and stuff, so I will do that tonight because that doesn't require brain power. Ooh, The Alchemist. That sounds familiar. You know what I also need to do? I need to re-download Goodreads. Let's do that right now because while what I can do is I can talk about some of the books I have read because I just don't remember their titles. Tomorrow is Thursday. Oh, thank God I have an extra day. Oh, great. For some reason, I thought today was Thursday. I'm wrong. The Libby app is free. That's true. I just prefer physical books. I really prefer physical books. Barry, what do you think about e-readers? If you had an e-reader, would you like it, or are you a physical book girly? Not you should try ballet. That's crazy. Oh my god, I don't know if I've read Of Mice and Men, to be honest. Good read. Oh my god, fingers crossed I know how to log in. Hi, gamer girl. I prefer physical books, but whatever helps people read, I'm cool with. Got you. Sign in. Oh my god. Do I have a? Oh my god. Oh, thank God the login saved. Oh hell yeah, brother. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. No. Oh fuck. I don't remember what my login is. Let me check my email. Go to all inboxes. Search. Good reads. Which email is this? Roger that. Okay. So then maybe it's this one. Let me try this route. Actually, we're gonna do this. Hold on. I'm getting into this. I haven't accessed this account in a good few years. But I want to, because I remember vaguely certain stories I really liked, but I can't remember the author or title. I have a Kindle, but I find myself still buying physical books because the touch and smell and just flipping through the pages can be cathartic. Yeah, and just in this digital age, I just like interacting with books. It does that. I forgot why, but the flashing thing is like a. No, I'm literally trying to get into my Goodreads right now, girly pop. That is exact. I'm literally doing that. I have an account. I had a year, like in 2017 or 18, where I like cataloged my books, and I don't think I hit 100, but I hit a decent number in a year. I was with a full time job. I was pretty proud of myself. Um, come on. wanna access this. I want my old account. I don't want to make a new one. Mountain Bike, don't apologize. Like I said, Teakwood is extremely generous for doing that for me. So don't don't please don't apologize. Please don't apologize. Like please. Okay, let's try this. Let me verify my email. Ugh, God forbid. I almost moved to the tiniest town in Pennsylvania when I was like 9 years old. We almost moved there instead of Georgia. I'm so glad we didn't. The town literally was like the size of like, I don't know, 5 blocks or something. And um they had one movie theater that had one screen in it for one movie. They had one small town grocery store, like 5 churches. um and like the house we were looking that my parents were looking to get, I was a child and I could go like this and touch the ceiling. And I was like, I would die if we moved here. I was like, no, 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 no. I don't want to live here. This is awful. And thankfully, my dad got a different job offer. I remember how much I did not want to do that. What is your ethnicity? So I'm 3/4 European mutt. I was 3/4 European mutt, or I am 3/4 European mutt, and 1/4 Mexican Hispanic. Oh my God, I'm in. Ooh, scan your library. Allow. I'm gonna add it to my want to read or currently reading. There we go. Cool. Okay. No book found. Okay, because I need to leave. Okay. My books. Cool. See all. How do I? Oh, I'm just gonna remove these books. I don't remember these books. Oh, I'm gonna start using Goodreads. This is fun. Okay, so let's go to my read books. Can you tell us more about Papa being a professional clown? He was a hobo clown. I guess he can speak to how professional he was. But yeah, he would do events and stuff, and I should show you guys a picture sometime. Um, in your last live, I asked you what your haircut routine is, and you said you would want to get some type of, or hair care routine is some type of gel because you didn't have any. If you were to get your hair gel, how would I send it to you? Well, actually, the one I want to try um, is on my wish list. Give me half a second. Blah, 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 blah. Everything's linked in the description and linked in my link tree and all the like for links and stuff. Um, I added some other stuff, so I'm gonna remove this. I don't need that. Okay. Wait. Yeah, hair gel. Here it is. Okay. It's just a Tresemme Gel Ultra Hold Frizz Control Gel. It's like $7. Um, and I have hairspray right now, but I'll be getting myself hairspray. I actually did put a few things on like highest and higher priority of just things that, aw, the Tarani enhancers are gone. Damn. You pass as Cuban Rosie, especially. I'm in Tampa. Nice. Yeah, no, my dark features are from the Hispanic side. Oh yeah, is that right, Miley? Cool. And I will. I'm just prioritizing my budget. European mutt is like every white person in the U.S. Honestly, that's kind of yeah, exactly. That's why I don't really claim ethnicity like that, right? Because like I was the part of the family tree that is Hispanic is has zero involvement, and has always had zero involvement with my family. So I'll leave it at that because I don't need to go into details. It's not the internet's business. But I sometimes I wish I had a little bit more of that kind of background, but let me go back to Goodreads. Okay, let's talk about Birthday Girl. I remember that being a really good book. Yeah, I wanted to read more by Penelope Douglas. Um, oh my god, I wrote the funniest book review for the worst book I've ever read in my fucking life. This shit was so funny. I when I tell you guys, like, hold on, let me show you. Will it? I'm trying to show you. It's not gonna. You're gonna piss me off. Let's try this. There you go. You see this? I wrote a whole fucking dissertation about how awful this book is. Oh my god, it's the worst book I had ever read, and I rage finished this book because I was so angry that they dared to waste my time with this absolute flop. It's called um, More from Life by S.J. Crabbe. I can read you the review if you want to hear it, because to this day I think it's hilarious. I really liked the Mercy Kilpatrick um, series by Kendra Elliott. Ooh, yeah, I really liked A River in Darkness, One Man's Escape from North Korea. I'd love to reread that because I'd like to remember that more. Um, yeah, I liked Greg Olson. Ooh, the Tracy Crosswhite series by Robert Dugoni. I was really into like those type of thriller mystery books back then. I didn't rate all of these. Yeah, I've got all the Harry Potters on here. I was reading those. Oh, this one's the collector series is a little triggering. So be careful if you read it. Like maybe look up trigger warnings. Um, but the I that was kind of a lot of what I was reading in 2018. I haven't used this in a long time, so this is stuff I haven't read in forever. Yeah, the subtle art of not giving a fuck. I like that book. Oh yeah. Eh, some of these didn't age well. I read Burying the Honeysuckle Girls 2 times and I didn't rate it. Did I read those 2 times or did I do something wrong? A lot of these say read 2 times. I don't know if that's actually true. Ooh, I love the Selection series by Kira Cass. I loved those. It's like I think it was like a prince. It has something to do with a princess, like kind of fantasy romance. Um, I'd have to like look things up and really remind myself here. Um, You know, I really remember this. I think this is a YA book. I really remember liking this book. I'd tell you I'd love you, but then I'd have to kill you. I couldn't tell you what it was about, but I remember really liking it. I need to read the City of Bones series again. I do love YA. Shoot me. I don't care. Oh, yeah. My first book I ever reviewed was The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. That book changed my life when I was a kid. I read it when I was like 12. I developed a huge like fascination and hyperfixation on not just World War II, but specifically the Holocaust. And I've talked about this in the past a good bit. I have not read ACOTAR. I've heard Sarah J. Maas is fairly problematic. I don't necessarily think it's as bad as like a Colleen Hoover situation, but I just haven't really like. Oh yeah, you guys saying to read the review. I'm just kind of rambling. Okay, let me look this review up. Okay. Let's see. One second. We have a total of 160 books. Let me see. I think I have some people I need to remove from this shit. Hold on. Yep. Can you block on Goodreads? Sorry, that was petty. I don't think you can. That's okay. I'm definitely unfriending. Oh. And I'm gonna add her. I don't know if she uses Goodreads. I'll text her later. Okay. I think that's. I only needed to remove those two. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. And then. Okay. Do I have like a specific username or how do you? I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Okay. Let me go back to this review. Hey Tikla, we were just talking about you. Like I said, I just prefer physical books. Today's kind of a high pain day. It is. I'm not gonna lie. She's a Zionist. There we go. But I'm not really interested in. I'm just rather not. Um. Yeah, the selection books were good. I love dystopian novel books in general. Yeah, I remember. I would some of these I'd love to reread because it'll be like I never read it, but I'll be as I read it, I'll be like, oh my god, I remember why I love this. Good to see you. Oh shit, hold on. I just realized it's 9 o'clock. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me ask him what he's up to. Oh my god, my text messages are fucked up. What do you mean? Okay, there we go. Okay. I will say a girl was reading a spicy book on her Kindle so big I could read it. That's a downside. Yeah. Okay, guys, I got us another 30 minutes. Everyone thank Lee in the chat. Yeah. I'm going to say this very bluntly, Dank. No shit, Sherlock, respectfully. Now, let's see. Beyond that, I don't want to go further in that conversation because I don't know what else to say other than nah shit. I don't know why people think I don't know that. Anyway, yes, let's read the review. Okay, I'm I'm gonna be cracking up because I'm not gonna remember in 2018. I've read this a few different times. Like, I don't know if I've done it on YouTube. If I have, it was a long time ago. Oh, is that not the first? Is that not the first one, Barry? If they keep it up, you can start timing out because that's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, so books in public is brave in general, but I'm also sure people can see what I'm reading now. I know I'm right. Yeah, okay. So I'm not. This is a very long, just kind of like purposefully dramatic rant book review. So I said, let me first paint you a picture of the type of person that would like this book. Then I will explain this book and all the reasons why I wish I could give it a negative 1 out of 5. Imagine a white suburban 35-year-old mother. Dude, I'm turning 35 now. That's wild. Anyway, uh, imagine a white suburban 35-year-old mother of three who posts her every move and mom related memes to Facebook all throughout the day, as well as constantly talking about God and Bible verses, but also uses religion to push misguided and often unthought out viewpoints about things that don't affect her. She buys this book on her husband's credit card to fill the void of her loveless marriage, having seen him check out the waitresses behind on their weekly date night while sorry, uh, checking out the waitresses. Having seen him check out the waitresses behind on their weekly date night, where they silently eat together on their cell phones. She silently grapples with the fact that sorry, there's a solid 78% chance her husband is cheating on her and is too afraid of the reality to even look into that chance. She stands in that Barnes and Nobles and pays full price for this mindless dribble. Standing in checkout with her Lululemon pants, Jesus loves me off the shoulder baggy tee, the messy bun she spent an hour on to perfect with a full face of makeup, holding a pink Cambo tumbler with pink monogram initials filled with red wine at 11 a.m. She believes in free range parenting, that letting her children make the most important decisions for themselves at all times and what they choose to do with their time and how they interact with others is the best way to learn without guidance or interference from others. She also was a C average student and has no discernible talent. Sorry. And has no discernible talents or passions except her Etsy shop she stopped updating because felt that crafting for profit while her kids were at school took the fun out of crafting, but really they just weren't selling well. I was mad. I'm a Sagittarius sun sign. Court, oh my god, that's crazy. The following contains spoilers. I promise you, do not waste your time on reading this. There are so many better books. My fan fiction about this random woman was more engaging than this book. And that isn't even being self aggrandizing. The book is just that bad. So you aren't missing anything, I promise. This book was like severely basic. This book has like severely basic character names, except for these random exceptions. A great example of how the writer reads as a 12-year-old on fanfiction.net. The lead's name is Amanda Swallows, but her married name is Dickens. Haha, so funny. But it's only used once in the book as a side thought of the main character, not even as a joke within the story. Another thing, the name of this book is More From Life, a funny and feel good romantic comedy by S.J. Crabbe. Listen here, Mr. Crabbe. I'm making myself laugh. First of all, I think the author's a woman, and I didn't know that when I wrote this. But listen here, Mr. Crabbe. Your book was the most unfunny and not feel good thing I have ever read. I didn't laugh a single time, not once, not even a chuckle. In fact, I spent the majority of the book being pissed off. I will dive into why I was pissed. I think her name is pronounced Saskia. So Saskia, first, the heck kind of name is that? I don't know why I was talking like a Mormon. Anyway, I was like, maybe it was to make sure I didn't get the review reported. I was like trying to not cuss. The heck kind of name is that? Beyond that, she is the single-handedly most atrocious, unforgiving, unforgivably awful fictional character I have ever had the displeasure of having to observe in literature. It's like the author has never interacted with teenagers before and had only ever read articles about how entitled and awful they are. Saskia is obsessed with social media, is vapid and annoying, but most of all is extremely emotionally abusive to her mother. She is disrespectful, nasty, and downright disgusting in the way she cuts her mother down, calling her old and ugly, constantly critiquing her and putting her down for being embarrassing, not making enough money for what she wants. She thinks she is above doing chores and treats her mother like a peasant maid and cook, while also putting down her efforts to please her daughter. And the worst part about this character is instead of her having any kind of come to Jesus moment, having any kind of character development or improvement whatsoever, when the book is being wrapped up, Saskia just suddenly decides to start being nicer to her mom. There is no reason for it, no turn of event, nothing. Worst of all, her mother never once even tries to discipline her daughter or make her daughter act right in any way. I'm not a fan of speaking of physical punishment, but this child was so out of whack and out of order. I would have backhanded her 16 weeks to Sunday. Jesus. Ryan, her brother, was spoiled and entitled in a brooding, silent treatment way. He was annoying, but I didn't want to actually like murder him in his sleep, hyperbolically, of course. And when Saskia would wrap up a conversation during the book, or Saskia, when Saskia would wrap up a conversation during the book, whenever she was being disgustingly problematic, she would randomly and suddenly say something kind or genuine, and her doormat of a mother would just suddenly gush and melt about her daughter giving her positive attention. Like, imagine being that weak of a parent that you allow your child to emotionally abuse you without reprimand and just yearn for her positive attention, so you let her do what she wants. Saskia should not exist. Her entire character makeup is deplorable and downright tragic. I've never hated a character more. The overall problem with this book is that it isn't funny. I would never be friends with someone that genuinely found this book compelling or funny. It's clear this is an author that churns out stories for publishing deadlines and money and not for the art of storytelling. It's so incredibly disjointed and nothing makes sense. The whole premise of the book could have been good if the way things played out had been more thought out and, frankly, if it had been written by a better author. Also, Amanda had this really weird homophobic undertone about her daughter possibly dating a girl, which I think was supposed to be a funny subplot. However, it came off weird. And after she frets for several chapters about how she possibly failed as a mother, that's homophobic, y'all. She gets weirdly defensive with Edward, her love interest, about how she isn't homophobic. Overall, the arc of Edward was again extremely poorly done. It's like the person who wrote this book is either a sociopath or has the emotional depth of a gnat. I really hated this book, guys. He starts out being disgustingly nasty, like unredeemable mean to the main character, and the writer does a piss poor job explaining why until the twist later in the book when he's suddenly a kind and nice man. It wasn't endearing, it was jarring and unpleasant. Their loving lust scene, their loving lust scene was like PG 13, but when they started being romantic, it read like an extremely bad porn intro, like Lemon Tree bad. I'm not going to say that word on YouTube. And I also censored it in the review. Um, Amanda is also a self-aware doormat. Like, she called herself one, but then throughout the entire book acts like a freaking doormat and never does anything to grow or improve, not even in the ending. Also, her life is so unrealistic. She is just getting by, working 3 shifts a week for 4 hours, and then she gets a magical free dream vacation with a man who ends up rescuing her from her boring life. This is literally middle-aged woman. I think I already said the word porn, but whatever. Without the extra bits for women who just want a man to come in and rescue them. This is mindless, thoughtless dribble. The social media aspect of this book makes no sense either. She makes a fake account and becomes a blogger on Instagram, and they allude to her getting famous on it in less than a week, by the way, but never talk about how many followers she got, and mainly focus on the fact that her kids get catfished by her, and her son has a crush on this fake account, which again, which I guess again was supposed to be funny. And it just came across as creepy. Like, how did her kids even find this random account if she never even followed them first? You don't blow up on an account that quickly, especially where you never even show your face. Edward was fine as a character once he stopped being. Wait, what? Edward was fine as a character once he was a pretentious jerkwad once he wasn't a pretentious jerkwad who almost ended Amanda with crocodiles. Yes, that happened. But that jarring, disjointed character development was tragic. The only character I actually liked was Amanda's mom, and I honestly would have rather read a book about her adventures out at sea with a random captain with the random captain that she ended up marrying. There was no development about that throughout the book. It was just thrown in at the end, and I guess that was supposed to be another comedic part of the book, but was severely poorly executed. I could rant about everything wrong with this stupid book for days. I'm going to leave with this. I repeat, do not waste your time or money on this book. Don't even use your Kindle Unlimited for it like I did. The time wasted wasn't worth it. I spent most of my time reading it pissed off and confused. I've read 45 books this year, and oh wow, that was in July. I've read 45 books this year, and this by leaps and bounds was the worst one I have read not only this year but this decade. It is poorly written, thought out, and executed. A 12-year-old on fanfic.net writes a better story than this book. This book even has typos and grammatical errors. Love yourself enough to read better than this, I beg you. I would never go thin on my eyebrows. I've got great brows. So yeah, that's the review. I have been not looking at chat at all. You should write a book, Rosie. Such a thorough review. Thank you. I started writing a book in 2021. I don't know when I'll actually have it come out. Rosie, you're too literate for these books. You need to get into the classics. I honestly, I'm excited for you guys to find out about the other book I got. Ooh, a book club would be fun. A weekly members only book club? Or maybe like bi-weekly or something? We could talk about books on members only. I love that idea. You know, NW, if you want to waste your time being angry, go ahead. That book is awful. Yeah, have you met my sister-in-law? You have her down pat. Yikes. I'm buying a pedal bike to use at home. Ooh, good luck with your bike. If I would always recommend an elliptical because it's better on your joints and your body, especially in the long run. I don't have any specific recommendations, but just what I know about exercise equipment, ellipticals are a good option. Yeah, her name's Amanda Swallows, bro. That's wild. Like, oh my god, oh, I hated that book. Hated it so much. I mean, ROSIE is how you spell my name, by the way. Anything is better than the Stairmaster. Yeah. I like that idea. I just don't know if I read consistently enough. It's something maybe we can do occasionally, or like we could do a certain book and give plenty of notice and time. Hell, we could do this book. I have it. Yeah, exactly. It's easier on the joints. I think that's what I was trying to remember, lurking. That yeah, that's like the main point of why ellipticals are the better option. That's 99% of Book Talk, Rosie. Don't even bother checking the books they recommend. It's mostly garbage, like that book you reviewed. Yeah, I hate it. Oh my god. I think I just randomly picked it. Because I would spend a lot of time on my work computer reading Kindle Unlimited books in between calls, or I would be giving like step-by-step technical support instructions. So like I would tell them to do a step, and then I would just like read until they needed me again, and then I would do the next step. Because that job was easy. Okay, you can't get into strictly romance books. Okay, I'm not sure if that's exact. I mean, like, so when you say strictly romance books, is that like, what's the difference between that and like the other kind of romance books you like? Can you elaborate? Basically, is what I'm trying to ask. Ooh, you're on a hot girl dog walk right now? Hell yeah, Valley. That has to be like mystery or murder or something. So like, would you also do like Dragon's Fantasy? Does that count? Like, you just mean you don't want like a slice of life romance? Is that what you're saying? I loved the ending of that book. Got a bit boring in the middle, but gave it 5 stars. Okay, thank you, Sarah. I was very interested. I've only read the first chapter, so gotcha, Barry. Yeah, I do like some slice of life like anime stuff, but for books, I think I would prefer some kind of interesting element to it. Unless there's like, if it's a slice of life, then I would need that slice of life to have something relatable. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna add 1984 to my want to read. Let's do that. Let's start there. Want to read. By George Orwell. Okay. What's wrong with 1984, Barry? I think Birthday Girl is a smut book someone recommended to me a long time ago that I really liked. I really liked it. I don't remember what it's about. I don't look up any trigger warnings potentially. I don't know, but I really liked that book. Oh, okay. It looks like I might want to read. I've got Eat, Pray, Love, Schindler's List. Oh, Betty White's book. Ooh, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I don't remember like almost all of these. Wait, some of these want to reads I have reviews on. Oh no, are those just overall ratings or my ratings? Oh, I think those are overall ratings. Okay. Okay. Something in here really sticking. I think it's just stuff I was like looking around, poking around, and wanted to read. Okay. I need to go through that and remove a lot of this. If you like 1984, you should read Fahrenheit 451. Okay, let me add that too. I've heard of both of those titles. Yeah, and I'm pretty. I consider myself pretty radicalized, so I bet I would enjoy them. So I just want to spend less of my time in life interacting with internet brain rot. Okay, Court, thanks for being here. Yeah, I have that in my I think my want to read. I think I just said that, right? Yeah, I think I did. I don't have any DNFs on my list. I'm sure I've DNF'd books. I don't know. I don't remember. I try to not DNF books. Cynthia, yes. If you go to my link tree, it's in the description of all of my videos. It is in the description of my link tree. It is always accessible in my descriptions of my lives and my videos. It's PO Box 8, Elfers, Florida 34680. I don't know if I got that right. Of course, that's crazy. Is that an actual book? That's a crazy sentence. Absolutely, I would love homemade gifts and cards or just letters. Like a handwritten letter would be dope. Like I don't know, depending on the length, I might read it offline, but like it would depend if you wanted to write a long letter or like if you're gonna send me things like that, if you're putting things with like your information, if you are okay with me saying your name, you should mention that. If you don't want me to say your name, you should mention that. If you don't want me to talk about what's in the letter, mention that. If you do want me to, if you're okay with me talking about it, if I choose to, I would recommend mentioning that because I'm always gonna err on the side of caution of like being protective because I don't want information I share to like upset people. Oh, Barry got it right. Let me look up that book. Um, Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I love that you're a bookworm, Barry. Ooh, there's 3 books, it looks like, by Lainey Taylor. So what's the vibes of this? Is this like smut? Is it? It's got 3.99. Oh wow, it's got almost 400,000 ratings and over 36,000 reviews. Black handprints are appearing on doorways, scorched by by winged strangers who have crept through a slit in the sky. Ooh. In a dark and dusty shop, a devil's supply of human teeth grows dangerously low, and in the tangled lanes of Prague, a young art student is about to be caught up in a brutal otherworldly war. Meet Karu. She fills her sketchbooks with monsters that may or may not be real. She's prone to disappearing on mysterious errands. She speaks many languages, not all of them human, and her bright blue hair actually grows out of her head that color. Who is she? That is the question that haunts her, and she's about to find out. When beautiful, haunted Akiva fixes fury eyes on her in an alley in Marrakesh, the result is blood and starlight, secrets unveiled, and a star-crossed love whose roots drink deep of a violent past. But will Karu live to regret learning the truth about herself? Yo, want to read? I'm in. We're gonna add all 3. Want to read? Want to read? I'm in. Is it dirty or no? Because I kind of don't want it to be dirty, low key. I'd like it to just be that. Oh wow, okay. I don't know what just happened, but it went from 3.99 to 4.11. Akatar, but or anacarb. Oh, akinator. Right. My brain just broke. Mm, that sucks, Sarah. Can someone answer me on if this book is a dirty one or not? I think it might not be. It's hard to tell. The series, the Smoke and Bone, Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Oh, it's YA. Great, good. Okay, good. I don't know. I'm just not. I tried to get into that smut book I bought, and then I wasn't really. I was like trying to get into the story, and I was like, let me just keep pushing through. And then I got a little distracted, and then I went with my boyfriend, and then I'm just not interested anymore. Good. Okay. Good. Good. Cool. Yay. That's what I want, to be honest. I wouldn't be against reading it if it was smutty. Like I would still consider it, but I want to read like fantasy. But we're gonna see how I do with this and the ones I have. But I like the way that book was described. Oh, hold on. How do I remember? I just swipe it. Cool. Very tame, but still captivating. Captivating is what I care about. I mean, I love romance. I love it, and I love it when books are able to captivate deep intimacy, or encapsulate deep intimacy within the story and dialogue, where it's not like overtly like we're going to Pound Town, like I love that. With YA, it's definitely like I love it when they're able to have that like romance with innocence in it, like in that sense, like I love that. Like I think that's when the author is like talented and able to do it well. I love that. Ooh, this book looks interesting. I don't remember why I added it. It's called Middlesex by Jeffrey. Not even gonna try to say that last name. Um, hmm, interesting. Everything I'm talking about, I don't have like any background if they're problematic or anything like that. So I'm just saying. Ooh, I want to keep that one. Yeah. I don't want to read that. Not anymore. Ooh, I love Amish books just because I like learning about other ways of life. Interesting. I love reading about things that just kind of show another way of life. It looks like I added some different like queer books, which is cool. Excuse me. Thank you guys for just vibing and chatting about books. This has been fun. Yeah, I love an LGBTQ romance too. I used to read a lot of manga. I read Fruit Basket. I like that one. Oh, there was this one I was obsessed with. I don't remember the name, unfortunately. In high school, I read a lot of those. I would read like sometimes I read like four of them in like a day because I could back then I could read a manga in like an hour. Because most of the pictures are just kind of like I would go check out like 10 of them and come back in a day or two from the library. I'm grateful I got to go to school before the book banning shit. Barry, that's crazy. I'm sorry, Leo. Yeah. I should like figure out a way to do like a newsletter or like a texting alert sign up or something that I can just shoot something out like right before I do something to people that want to sign up for it, so like an automated system. I just don't know how I would go about that. I don't know how easy or difficult that is. I don't know how expensive that is. I don't know how realistic that is. Because the only people I've really seen do that are like really big creators, so I'm thinking it might be expensive. Um, but that would be a good way to kind of circumvent, you know. Nice gloves. You ride a bike? Nah, my boyfriend and I are matching though. I'm not. I don't know anything about heated rivalry actually. I never get live notifications of videos. That's so lame. Okay. Ooh. What history does that cover, that book, Freya? Aw, Pringle. Sweet. You've read the book? Oh, yeah. Maybe I should read the books before looking into the show or anything. Are the books way better than the show? It normally is that way. Ooh. Well, thank you to the person that just requested a cameo. Shout out cameo. I won't share any information. Ooh, fun. I'll get to that soon. Oh my god, fun. Yeah. Oh, it's a private request. So I'm not going to speak on it at all. But yeah, if you guys want a cameo, link in the description. Personalized videos. Hey, hey. I actually really appreciate it. I, I really appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Recently, every book adaptation I've seen that became a show isn't as good as the books. Off campus bummed me out. The book was so much better. I believe it. I just started reading the book, didn't watch the show. Gotcha. I watched the show and loved it. I read it to get ahead. Nice, Valley. I'm not super into true crime. Now, when it comes to books, I do kind of like thriller mystery a little bit. Also, especially if it's like because true crime is like real crime. Like those types of books, like the ones I mentioned, like the Mercy Kilpatrick and all that. Those are like fictional characters, fictional stories. So I don't feel as like weird about that. And I really like when they're really like captivating and well written, like interesting storylines. I read the books before the show, so I have to say the books are better, but I got my friend into it and they said the TV show is better. I think book 6 is what will happen in season 2 of Heated Rivalry. Gotcha. He must be really deep in Magic Gathering right now. Gone Girl was so good, book and movie. I haven't seen or read either. I like books about fake crimes and fake cults. Real ones make me feel bad. Viewing as entertainment. Yeah, exactly lurking. He's tipping. He's testing his deck right now. Okay, how much longer? We're like we're both kind of we both really miss each other, but we were like up each other's butts for 30 days, like in a row. 10 minutes, perfect. Okay, perfect. That's what I was thinking he'd say. So we just have taken a little time to do some things like just for ourselves. For him, he spent almost the entirety of today just like deep in this hobby, which like because he didn't really have access to most of his hobbies while he was here, because a lot of them are based in his like main PC, which he obviously couldn't bring, and like they're a lot more like tactile stuff. Like he couldn't use his keyboard, all that stuff. So just text me when you are ready. Heart. Okay. You talking about true crime from that perspective has made me rethink watching true crime. Well, thank you, Bookworm. Like, is there a way to ethically consume it? No. That's the sad part. No. It's one thing to watch like media that's approved by the families that shows the facts of the case and the story of the case. It's another to watch people. It's another thing to watch people put on their makeup while they talk about while they retell true crime stories from like their perspective, or are doing mukbangs while they talk about it, which is why Stephanie Sue changed. Like even like the podcasts that talk about those stories, they are monetizing other people's trauma for entertainment at its core, and there really isn't a way to like engage with that differently, you know? I think content made by the family to get justice, yes. Or the movies that like Olivia Smart does, yes. Or like the actual victims talking about their own stories, yes. But like the retellings, the re-dramatizations, the recreations, the sensationalism, the like 10-part TikTok breakdowns, like bro. I mean, and I get, as someone who did at one point engage in true crime, like I'm not sitting here being like, you're a bad person if you enjoy true crime content. That's not what I'm trying to say. Because I don't believe that. I just think that after some time, I really like just weighed it in my heart and trying to figure out where I stood on that. Yeah. And I just think the way, because it's like, you know, when people get like parasocial with like victims of trauma like that, like I just think that's super fucked. Yeah, I can't imagine being a family member and seeing someone talk about my loved one's murder while they're eating ramen or something. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Danielle is so busy, but I think we're setting up a hangout in the future. It's not going to be for a while because she's going out of town again, but it'll in I don't know. True crime ruins me because I think of the fear each victim has before that. Yeah. Yeah, Brie. Yeah. Which is why, like, if you're just reading like crime novels, like, I just feel like that it removes that, right? That aspect of the reality of it. Um, okay, I'm officially getting kind of warm, and I don't want to take off this blanket, so I'm gonna take off the gloves and see if that helps. They did. I think they did eventually get warm. They weren't warm at first, but I wore these for almost 2 hours. Well, technically, I put them on a little bit before the stream, so probably about 2 hours. How do you feel about reactions to content that's already out there? In what context? Right? There's this UK guy, Cameron something. He's got a pretty big YouTube platform, and he reacted a lot to like Kay's cooking or whatever, and like different videos like that. And he reacted to he reacts to kind of like odd things, but like he's not mean. He's not making fun of the people. He's just kind of like being like, oh wow, like you know, making cracking jokes that aren't really at the expense of the person, you know, things like that. That's harmless, right? Like, um, but again, like, are we talking about reaction to like publicly available true crime information? Because that's kind of what we're talking about. Are you talking about like the Grow World shit where like they target specific individuals and just relentlessly nitpick every little part of their life? Because like reaction content off of like one-off videos and stuff is not the same as like stalking someone's every move and breaking down every comment they leave on different places and like, you know, invading their personal life and you know, shit like that. So it's like I've watched reaction content for many many years, and in different ways and avenues and context. Um, and so I think that's an important factor. And I don't think all reaction content is inherently bad or wrong. I don't even think all reaction content done about me is inherently bad or wrong. Um, Sorry, my nail was like frayed and I didn't want it to get caught on something. Um, are you saying you want to make reaction content? Is that what you're saying, Cognito? Because what I will say as someone who has viewed that kind of content for a long time now, I think there's a lot of channels that genuinely kind of start out that way, where you're saying, like, from a psychological standpoint, with biases pulled out, so not judging as much as noticing patterns and giving advice, but not cruel. What I have seen happen in like every situation that I've personally witnessed is the people that go in with that intent, they may stay like that for a bit, but eventually they start putting together what brings them the views. And in most situations, when it comes to reaction content, the drama, the anger, and the rage bait make the most money. And eventually, especially if you reach the point of being able to like make your sole income off of that, you're a lot more dependent upon the views and making sure you're hitting a certain number every month, so you keep a roof over your house, a roof over your head, right? Outside of it being like a side gig, so this is a side gig. It is a little different. Um, I think it depends on how you go about it. Boundaries you set, shit like that. I think a great example of a good reaction channel. Reaction is even loose because she doesn't even really do reactions. I always say she's actually more commentary on a very specific niche, and that's Sansa Cooks. Like when I think of Girl World specifically, she sticks to her niche. She she doesn't over sensationalize. She calls out bullshit when it's necessary, but in a very like logical, calm manner. She's not emotionally invested like I feel the majority of reaction channels are. And I think she's an exception, frankly. That's very rare to find, and is the only one that I haven't seen like dramatically change that up, right? Um, and like, yeah, I mean, outside of that, like, I feel like a great example of what I'm talking about is that one channel that uses an anthropology angle. She used to be pretty level headed, and she used to be a very fascinating, interesting voice to listen to. Even before she like got a massive hate boner for me, she started changing up, and she's I mean she's really weird now, but um it's just like when you become so biased and overly invested and you fall too deep into the rabbit hole, it's really hard to get out of. And from a viewer perspective, I feel like I got really deep in the Girl World rabbit hole, and it took me a while to completely detach myself and get myself out of that. Um, it's so funny. Like whenever Barry, like a week or so ago, like I don't remember how long it's been actually. Whenever Barry was like, "Girl, delete Reddit," I was like, "You know what? Yeah, I did that, and I'm completely detached." I actually, because of Barry and my other mods, it's been a very long time since I've seen the hate comments. I'll just kind of ask, like, I'll just do like a pulse check, a vibe check about like what they're majorly about, so I kind of just know roughly what's going on, and it's been incredible for my mental health and just removing myself from the cruelty and the hate has been very good for me, and I'm grateful that I have someone and some people that help me make sure that like if there's anything I truly need to know, I'll know. Because I've had that here and there, and then sometimes people get lives and they're not able to do that, so then I have to go in and check occasionally because I just have to make sure that like really scary IRL stuff isn't trying to happen or is happening, right? Or if there's like things that are happening that I'm not being contacted about, like I needed to know. But now I have like people that understand the lore and know the situation and are able to like help me in that way. And that is like lifted such a burden on me in ways I can't even begin to say. Yeah. I unfortunately I got a random push notification from Twitter that was a hate tweet about my relationship like the day he left, and I was not thrilled about that. But I need to fix that. Because that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I've never been able to get Twitter to stop doing that. You know how many fucking people I've blocked and muted on Twitter? Crazy. I keep it because I need it for a bulletin board in certain situations, but I fucking hate it. Their opinions don't matter. You can't be a part of the world and act like you're morally superior to anyone. Fucking real. I respect the people that can at least admit that. I think I would like the lol cows to be seen in a more human light, even though they are flawed. We all are. I mean, hey, if you feel like you can really add a neutrality to the space that would be an overall net positive, good for you. But if people are even remotely compassionate in my direction, they get fucking shit on, bro. So at least I'll say that from me. I mean, I'm sure it's probably the same for the other ones too. Or I don't know what it is like for other people. I know I'm not an LOL cow. I know I'm perceived as one. I know I am considered one in the internet space. I'm not delusional, but I know in reality I'm not one, and you can't convince me otherwise. Um, but ultimately, I'm not going to waste time, energy, or patience on trying to convince people who are committed to the mission of misunderstanding me. Hate viewing makes lots of money. It's sad how much laughing at others bonds horrible people together. Yeah. I think horrible people and misguided and hurt people that aren't um, able to look in on themselves. It's hot in here. Bitch. All right. Um, it's so wrong because they forget there's a person that they're turning into entertainment regardless of their feelings. Yeah, because the whole point is to dehumanize me. That's kind of the whole like underlying like the kind of underlying bubble guts of girl world is like um the inherent draw subconsciously to the majority of these people is the dehumanization of fat people. You can keep deluding yourself that that's not true. The fatness is what draws people into girl world from their own eating issues, their own health goals, their own insecurities, etc., 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 etc. You're lying to yourself if you can't acknowledge that. Most of the reactions are LOL accounts themselves. To me, being shit on by people who find being awful to others. Funny means I'm doing life right. Yeah. Amanda. Well, I'm about to end because my boyfriend's ready to hang out with me. He wrapped up testing out his deck for Magic. That's what I'm saying, Camito. Imagine if every bad thing you ever said or did is broadcasted online and dissected. Yeah. It's also all women. Yep. Look, I mean, first of all, I think Sal's awesome, and Sal deserves like no negative attention. Truly, he gets support. He gets some. I'm sure he gets some hate because he's just fat, and that's just how it is. He does not get the same experience as other women. Even fucking Will Kelly, a true nightmare of a human being to people in public, doesn't deal with the same level of harassment and hate that like the girls do. Wonder why? Fascinating. He gets videos made about him as he's escalated, because in recent history he's gotten more videos because he literally was like weird with a teenage girl in public and is like a menace to society for attention. I used to, before he went fucking off the wall, I really liked watching his TikToks, but I need to go. Absolutely, Pringles. Thank you. Yeah. If you want to watch the replay of this, I read the review and I was trying to not laugh the whole time. Okay, all right, guys. I'm gonna go hang out with my boyfriend. This was fun. I ended up being able to be live longer than I thought. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go spend the night with my sweetie. Y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening wherever you are, and stay true. Bye, guys. Amanda.
I'm going on the walk. Can y'all see or hear me? Hello? This feels really promising. Okay. Shit. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. I feel really big. Like, I have big feelings. I've just kind of always been that way. She's a gross person. The shit that she says and does, like, she's a nasty human being. And it's just like, I just sit here and I'm just like, I have to figure out how to let it go completely and not acknowledge it even to the level that I'm doing right now in this moment. It's like, for me in girl world, I've reached a point where, like, the other day I was thinking about this. I don't know if anyone else has ever said this before. If they have, credit to them. But girl world is kind of like Hotel California. Like, you can check out whenever you feel like, but you can never leave.